Hi there, this is Michael. I'm an electrician and I like to tinker with things. And I have bought two of these Audio-Technica AT-LP120 USB turntables. And I have witnessed online that with YouTube channels that they have tinkered with the removal of the USB card and the rear preamplifier. I want to also to remove these two things from my turntable. I'll try to. Well, Well, see, I have taken the turntable bottom off and it's upside down. And I'm going to tinker with it, so I have to cut now. Well, as you can see, this card here is the USB converter, and this is the engine spindle, and I don't know what the other stuff is. I think they are motor controls. It's not actually. This is a power supply, and over here we have the tone arm control. So I'm going to remove this wire over here to this one and take this wire and connect to that place instead, and also remove the power line from here. This is the red and white one. Yeah, so that's basically it, and I'm going to put some modeling clay on several spots along the or in the bottom here. So well, we'll see how that turns out. See ya. Well, I've just yanked out the USB and rear preamplifier, and I cut one wire with the ground wire. I don't know if you can see it, but this, well, I have to check it out here. Well, putting my finger on it, just. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, maybe you can see it now. I just cut the ground wire from this this thing here. This was the ground wire that was attached to the USB converter thing. So this is the other part of it here. So this one, cut that from the ground wire. That was this one here, this one here. So that was the only thing I did, and the other thing I didn't do was cut this the phono wire. So I'm going to solder it to the main board on here. You can see. So it's going to be soldered on here. No fancy tinkering or something like that. Just plain common sense. So I'm going to solder that, and then I'm going to put some of this modeling clay I have for dampening the top construction of the turntable. It seems pretty lively when you have connected to larger speakers and high volume. Just a slight nod on the deck will result in a high thump in the speakers. And well, I'm going to use these turntables as DJing turntables, so I'm going to be exposed to quite high volumes. And I cannot tolerate, accept that they are too lively. So I have to dampen them. They are not dampened very good from the factory. So this is ordinary plastic, and it says something. Oh, the motor is quite stable. Right, it doesn't say anything. But this one says, and it also the printed circuit board is also quite lively, so I have to put some modeling clay underneath there. So see you in a moment. Yeah, this is the modeling softclay I'm using. I have to apologize about the color, but it was the cheapest. It was around 30 Danish kroner, which is about, what is it? Well, five US dollars, something like that. And well, I'm going to model it all around, especially the tone arm base. This is the tone arm base seen from the bottom side, right? And I have to put it also here. I have reattached the main board with the pitch control. I also did reattach the button for the pitch control. It was quite easy. There's nothing to it. Actually, just have to be yanked off with a flat screwdriver. No problem. And a lot of screws. Maybe this one is going to get some soft clay also, or Play-Doh. Well, because the board is very vibrant and it has some resonances. So maybe I'll stick something here too. I think I will. Well, that was it. So and also there's going to be a lot in this area here. I'm not going to put anything around these buttons, right? They're going to be functional as well. But I'm going to attach some or put some Play-Doh over here also, and maybe other places. It seems though like the motor assembly seems quite sturdy, and it's not resonant at all. So I believe that part is not going to cause any trouble, but we'll see. I have to check, and I have a pretty nice setup with large speakers just above the turntables. So we'll have to see. So see you in a minute. Well, now there's 1 kilogram applied into the turntable inside. Precisely 1 kilo. I could add half a kilo more, but I reckon this is okay. On the edges of this printed circuit board, I have attached some Play-Doh, so it will not resonate. And I don't think if you can. This is. It still sings a little, but kind of much more dead. Also on this side here. So, especially on this side, around the tone arm base. It seems very sturdy. So we'll see. Okay, guys. So. Here's the setup. I have two of these Audio-Technica 120 LP. And this one on the right here is the one I have yanked out the USB and has attached an extra ground cord. There's no ground cord on this one, and I have yanked up the volume very much. Also, I'm using channel 2 and 3, and they are, as much as I can see, they are identical. Especially the gain is approximately the same, something like that. Yeah. And equalizer is bypassed, and there's no equalizing on the amplifier section. So, and this is a Behringer, what you call it? Behringer professional DJ mixer called, where was the number? Oh, this is VMX 1000 USB. Okay, so and it has 3 phono inputs for channel 1, 2 and 3. But channel 1 also is USB from the computer. So, well, this is the basic setup. Yeah. Now the needles are on the platter right now, and I don't know if you can see it. And I can yank up this one, and this is one with the extra ground, and it can you can hear the board is very light. It's a thin plywood board with some attachment. Also, I don't know if you can see it, but it's a very light board, and it's very light. This is not the actual one, and also you can hear when I'm stomping on the floor, they sound alike, right? So this is full volume on this one, and if I go up with this one, it goes, and also, so there's a lot of it's very high volume right now, but it has a what you call it, a bass resonance frequency that starts. So I can shortly start the turntable.
I'm gonna give you 40 days.
So, and it comes quite at the top of the volume, right? So down with this one, up with this one, and you can hear it is still very sensitive to thumping, but the thumping will it's more quiet or more quickly dampened in some way. It seems like that. Okay, I'm jumping or stomping the floor right now, but you can hear it. But the volume is up, and also some of the hum, the 50 Hz hum, is somewhat diminished, not quite as loud as the other one. So, and here we go. But also this one has some resonance, but I reckon that is the board. But it has dampened the thing a little bit. So, well, I have forgot one of the the pitch control, right? But yeah, to put on the knob. Well, I don't know if I can change the direction of the camera. I cannot. So you'll have to see me this way. So this is the setup, and well, these are cheap turntables, and I wish I had the money to buy the Technics SL1200, but I don't. At present time, it's about 13,000 kroner. That would be, what would it be? Something around 2,000 euros, something like that. Yeah, and for this complete setup with the mixer and 2 turntables, it was about 5,500 kroner. So for this hobby project and my fun being a DJ, this is okay. I'm going to put these turntables into a better plinth and connect them and make it more visible, pleasant for the eye. But for now, just for testing and for mocking the things up, I just done this temporary table. So have a nice day, and thanks for now. Bye.